Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rinto Sibatuara, and I'm student college of University of HKBP Indonesia Pematang Siantar. And my academic number is 1801 03 0209. Uh, Here I am want to present my seminar proposal. The title is about the effect of using pictures to the ability of grade 9 student of SMP Negeri 7 Pematang Siantar in writing descriptive text. So we go on to chapter 1, Introductions. The background of the research. Language is essentially a human instinct method of communicating ideas, emotions, and desire through a system altering produce symbols. Sapir. From this understanding, it is necessary to know that language is a communication tool that is purely owned by human. English means learning the four basic language skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Writing is one of the four skills used as a written communication tools. According to Harmer in 2004 at page 3, writing is a way of communication between writers and reader. Writing can help to our to understanding so that we can express it in our mind or heard in writing a text. The problem above might be caused by the teaching learning media. The teachers still don't know how to use trusting and effective learning media. By using media using pictures to teach students to write text descriptions, the researchers hopes that this media can be effective in improving students' English skills in writing descriptive text. Next, the second is the identification of problem. Based on the title of the research, the problem of writing descriptive text is identified as follows. The first, the use of simple present tense is used inappropriately in writing descriptive text. Second is the use noun phrase, noun clause to write descriptive text. Students are not able to write descriptive text based on generic structures. And the last is students are not able to find main ideas in the descriptive text paragraphs. The third is the scope of the research. Based on the identification of the problem above, the scope of this research is limited to learning to write how to describe something through the use of pictures of grade 9 students SMP Negeri 7 Pematang Siantar. Researchers will examine the general structure of descriptive text. The next is the problem of the research. Based on the scope of the research problem is formulated as follows. What is the effect of picture learning media has significant effect of the ability of grade 9 at SMP Negeri 7 Pematang Siantar in writing descriptive text. The, the next is the objective of the research. The objective to find out the effect of picture learning media on the ability of grade 9 students at SMP Negeri Pematang Siantar in writing descriptive text. Next is the significance of the research. This research has two significance, but such as a theoretical as and practical. The first is theoretically, this research is expected to increase the researcher's knowledge on media in teaching writing. The second is practically for the English teachers to know their students' competence, and the next is for the other researchers expected to be a reference and an alternative source in conducting similar related to the use of pictures. And the next is the key terms. The next part, the first is writing. Writing is a way of giving information through the written language that describes someone. The second is descriptive text. Descriptive text is a text that describes the identification and descriptions of someone. And the last is pictures. Pictures is a medium that used to teach descriptive text. And the next steps we go on to chapter 2, review of related literatures. The first is definition of writing. Harmer in 2004, page 8, stated that writing is different from speaking. The end product of writing is hardly instant. This means that writing is not enough, just a little time, but we teach it without putting it into practice. Johnson said in Sigit 2013, page 1 until 2, refers that writing is having ideas, organizing ideas, and communicating ideas. The next is benefits of writing. According to Verina in Dalman 2015, page 6, writing has benefit that can be learned in this life, including the first, increase intelligence, development of initiative of creativity. The next is cultivate courage. The next is encourage will and ability. And the last is gather information. Okay, our next is a definition of descriptive text. In Dalman 2014, in page 94, states descriptive essay have several characteristics, namely as follows. The first, descriptions show more details or details about the object. Descriptions are sensitive and shape the reader's imaginations. Next, descriptions are present in ingenious styles and with an evocative choice of words. Next, the last is description describes something that can be heard, seen, and felt. For example, object, tools, colors, and people. And the next is kinds of descriptive text. According to Akadika, the description is divided into two parts, namely place description and descriptions of people. The next is generic structure of descriptive text. According to Ayman in Wahono, 2016, in page 13, there are two important parts in the structure of the description text, which are follows. The first, general description atau identifications, and the last is part description. Okay, for the next, we go on to chapter 3, research methodology. So for the first is design of the research. The research design is a quasi-experimental design. According to Creswell, quasi-experimental design do not include the use of random assignment. Quasi-experimental design using experimental and control groups, but no random assignment. Next is population and sample. Populations. According to Creswell in 2008, in Harris 2010, page 103, the population is a group of individuals who have the same of relative similar characteristic. B. Sample. According to Creswell, the sample is the group of participants in a study select from the target population from which the researcher generalizes to the target population. Alright, the last steps is the technique of collecting the data. A. Pretest. In this pretest, the following steps will be used for the text structures aspect. The first, the descriptive text or not. Next, students start their exam. The next, worksheets are given to students. Next, the researcher asks the student to write their name on the worksheet. Next is research give instructions to students to choose one of topic that have been determined and described by students. Next, the research explain how to do the test to students by paying attention to general structure of linguistic features of the text to be worked on. The last is the researcher studies whether the students really understand. B. Treatment. The, treat, the experimental group and the control group were taught by the same material but also used different instruments. The experimental group was given treatment within a period of several meetings, while the control group was taught using the conventional media. C. Post-test. Post-test will be given after all treatments have been done. In the post-test, the following steps will be used for the text structures expressed. The first is uh, worksheets are distributed to students. The researcher asked the student to write their name on a given worksheet. The researcher gave instructions to the students to write a descriptive text related to describing a person for food or good. The next is the researcher explained how to do the test to students by paying attention to the general structure and linguistic feature of the text you work on. D. Scoring the test. To score the student's performance in progress in writing, some criteria will be used. The test is scored by using Hayton's theory as follows. A. Content. Scoring the content is based on the student's ability to write their ideas and information in the form of logical sentence. B. Vocabulary. Vocabulary refer to the student's ability in using words effectively and appropriate register. C. Language use. Language use refers to the student's ability in writing the sentence correctly and logically. D. Mechanical skill. Mechanical skill refers to the student's ability to use correctly those conventions peculiar to writing language, functional and spelling. So that's my proposal seminar. If I have any mistakes, please forgive, and I will revise that. Thank you, Sir Rudy, as my lecturer for this lesson of seminar proposal. See you.